can see, wow, this is when you go to the beach. I was reading this song outside, only in the United States. Now, everything is okay, everything is free, everything. But, okay, yes. But indeed it's the opposite. If you understand that this is the energy that makes you stronger, how it makes me stronger because I influence on them. If I influence on the others by myself, is the best way to influence on myself. So if you come as a shlichim, that you have a mission in this life, to work to make a living Jewish life, this is not should be conflicts to be in Israel, and on IDC, on RU. This is going to be the best friend of you. And this, I think, what is Chabad doing. This is lovely house, free love house. You can be here anytime that you want. And L'chaim.
All right, here is a group participation song, right?
Okay.
Now you're the group. This song I wrote. The Rebbe said we have to do whatever we can to bring Mashiach. And this is one of my attempts. This song is called the Zoo Song.
You ready?
Mashiach is coming right now.
They understand. You understand English, girls? They're English speakers, yeah?
Yeah.
Good. Watch this. L'chaim.
L'chaim is universal.
Now we have to, a person has to learn from everything there is in the world. That's why God created the world with his speech. And according to Hasidic teachings, God is creating everything, every instant, brand new, including me and you, from his speech. And I'll sing a rap song about that later on, if you're good, which is called Elokut. But this song is a preparation song, it's called the Zoo. Now, in order to learn something from everything, you got to be in a good mood. You have to be positive. And you have to be ready to accept confusion a little bit and just to pass over. Yeah. Not to pay attention. In order to do that, you have to be in a good mood, not to be knocked down by the vicissitudes of life. Huh? So here it is, this is the zoo. You go to the zoo. This is a group participation song, as I said, and I'll tell you when to participate. Ready? Listen.
Oh, yes.
I took my family for a ride. We saw a zoo and we turned aside. I went to the gate to pay my way. So they gave us this real nice guide who took us all inside and said, "Well, I take you around. There's something I must say." And this is what the guide said. Are you listening, girls?
Yes, we are.
Shout out.
All the animals in this zoo are looking back at you. Maybe you look like one of them. For you know that it just could be that your personality is like one of our furry caged up friends. Here we have on our right the lion. Now the lion is in a cage because he cannot control his rage. He's got to show that he's the king of all. But you know that it just could be that you should be there caged up too. If your anger you cannot control. Here's the now when I say in the zoo, you say in the zoo. Ready? In the zoo. In the zoo. Oh, that was terrible. Try it again. In the zoo. In the zoo. Very good. In the zoo. And when I say that could be the perfect place for you, you say me and you. That could be the perfect place for you. Okay. Please do it with a little more enthusiasm.
Me and you.
There we go. That's good. Do it at the right time. Do it at the right time. Ready? Timing is the utmost importance here. Ready? In the zoo.
Me and you.
No.
Damn it.
Got you.
Okay, ready? Security. Okay, ready? Let's go.
I swear I
In the zoo.
In the
Now everyone together, come on, fellows, let's in the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
That could be the perfect place for you.
Me and you.
All right, that was just a practice. It was pretty bad, actually. So this was, let's try.
I sure hope so. We have to get that down pat before.
I'll give you another chance. I'll give you another chance.
Let's do
Ready?
it.
Maybe we'll do it without. We'll do it like this. Ready? Like this.
Yeah, is something
Turn the whole thing off.
have so
There we
much
go.
fun.
Ready? In the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
No, come on. With everybody, let's a little group participation.
Everybody, come
Everyone
on.
make a l'chaim together. Maybe that's
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely yes.
Well, I guess so.
In the zoo.
Do not tell me first.
Yeah. Let's do two.
Ready? In the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
That could be the perfect place for you.
Me and you.
But if you want to act
You know the bookshop is coming
tame
with
that
stuff in the
animal in you, man.
Obviously.
Or go live in the jungle or the sea.
Right. I'm pretty sure I found the inspiration to go on.
Here we have the monkey.
You have no idea. You have no
You should
idea.
sit with us on. You should sit with us on a Friday night, and we're just
Nothing
spilling.
more hectic than Shabbos is coming and we're stuck in this.
You missed the
Yeah.
Friday night when it was just three of us.
You should come.
I would have just been sitting there.
Where are you tomorrow?
I would have just like said 5
You want
words.
l'chaim?
Here we have the monkey.
Want some Vice?
Now, monkey's
Yeah,
very
Will
wild,
was like-
like
You really want some
a
Vice?
spoiled child.
Vice or together?
Swinger and he
You want some mashke?
All right.
But eventually it must end. Even he must descend and find that he has gone nowhere.
How welcome.
Me and
In
you.
the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
That could be the
I should
perfect
never
place
hear
for
you.
you.
This is why.
But if you want to
Yeah.
act true and
L'chaim.
or go live in the jungle or the zoo. L'chaim's only after the song is finished. Only if he's really good and sings good gets l'chaim. Ready?
Yes.
Here we have the star attraction of our
I'm
zoo,
gonna,
the
This is gonna see on Star.
pig.
this is awesome.
Now the pig is very crude as he wallows in his food. All
Looks like
desires he
I
must
walked in for a
satisfy.
second, I thought it was him, and I was like,
So if you find that
No
you
way.
must always give in to every urge and whim, there's a place right next to him inside the sty. In the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
That could be the perfect place for you.
Me and you.
But if you want to act human, take that animal in you, man, or go live in the jungle or the zoo. Now the band kicks in. Ready?
no, I swear this is the coolest program I've ever seen. If I saw Ray Bickman doing this, dude.
Then the guy turned to us with a serious look on his face and said the following words. Now the good Lord is the one that we are all descended from. We are made in his image. Yes, it's true. For it is in our godly features we are different from the creatures, and we can tame the animals in our zoo. In the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
In the zoo.
There's no place to live for me and you.
Me and you.
But if we'll all do as directed, then the world will be perfected, and need not be a jungle or a zoo.
Me and you. So good. So good.
Now we can do
L'chaim.
To the zoo.
To the zoo.
Yeah, freaking.
All right, I see that you react well to singing, so I'll give you another song. This is a song, listen. This is a rap song that I wrote, and it's called Elokut.
Hold on.
And Elokut means godliness. And we say in Chabad that God is creating the world all the time. Let's hold the l'chaim's abeyance until I finish the song. Is that okay, girls?
Yes.
Good. That was, I got more songs.
Well, I can tell you that you're not looking for another one.
That's our brain. You have to
More than one
I swear
song.
you guys walked in right after President Show.
Oh my god, I'm so disappointed.
All right, here we go. Listen.
I need a
I hear ya. Okay, I guess.
All right. A short introduction, okay? And then we'll make a lot of l'chaim. I promise.
Okay.
In the zoo.
I guess we could do that.
God. Leave it. These are the things of the zoo. We're turning the page. Let's turn the page. Let's get on with our
Been
life.
out the zoo.
We are in a new chapter.
Zoo's the midbar. It's been a few thousand years. Let's get it over.
So we say God creates the world and he creates it with speech. And why with speech? Because everything in the world has a message to us. That message is called elokut, godliness. And I wrote a song about that. So ready, listen. So this is also sort of guest participation. Guest participation, and you have to sing elokut. When I sing elokut, you sing together with me. Ready? Okay, good. No interruptions, no drinking. Just listen. You don't like this song. So you like it.
The night.
Everyone together, everywhere that I go, everything that I know, every human being and everything I see a miracle. Being a tiger rolled around me as a damnable. From the stars and outer space and through the atomic particles, all the birds, bees, flowers, trees, everyone and me. I don't take anything for granted, it's all supernatural. I don't take anything for granted, it's all supernatural. All the mountains and the plants and the different animals. The sea, skies, grand pies, look at the children's eyes. Happiness is everywhere, it's not so hard to find. Just leave your past behind and open up your mind to elokut. Elokut. Everyone sing it together with me. Come on, elokut. Elokut. Everyone together, elokut. Elokut. Ain't no new battle. Elokut.
How awesome is this?
Elokut. Everywhere around us, elokut. Elokut. Hey, everybody, clap your hands. Hey, everybody, clap your hands. Each time you do it, be as happy as you can. You know that every second is a new moment that has never been before and it will never be again. So this time, next time, anytime, every time you want to change your paradigm and open up your mind, you'll find a sign of something beautiful. A diamond that's immutable. Just waiting there for you to pull it out from the darkness that surrounds us, confounds us, drowns out the sound of the founding fathers saying, every second is a new moment that has never been before and it will never be again. So one more smile, one more friend, one good thought, one good word, one good action. Like a butterfly flapping, it makes a small wind that can change the entire universe like a nuclear action. So a little bit of love and appreciation can make every minute of your life a celebration. So oneness with the Creator, it can't be nothing greater. I said it before, and I will say it again. Elokut, elokut. Everywhere around us, elokut, elokut. Ain't no new battle, elokut, elokut. Everyone together now, elokut, elokut.
How is he so good at that? How is he good at
Milvado. Lift up your head. Lift up your hands. Make the change. Get out of the audience. Get real. Get off the stage. Don't be sad, depressed, worried, or broken. Don't be sticking yourself with chemicals or snorting or smoking. You know the soul is always happy. It can fix what is broken. Just listen to the message of love that's being spoken in the wind, in your heart, in your conscience. Can you hear it? It's saying that nothing in this physical world can bring your spirit. Now this love. Now the world is good. Just get positive eyes. That was a surprise. Just realize that the only reason you're alive is just to advertise. Hello, good. Hello, good. Everywhere around us. Hello, good. Hello, good. Ain't no Milvado. Hello, good. Hello, good. Everyone together. Hello, good. Good.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yes.
Are we drinking?
No, right now I need
Edelko! Edelko!
Yes, Mendel.
Mendel,
Try it again, try it again.
I can't be Spanish, I'm like,
I think we're good. I think we may be okay with our crowd here. With Kolisha.
It's called the Shamil song. Shamil Nigad. Shamil was a big leader of the Caucasian, and they made a war against Russia, and the Russians caught him and they put him in exile. And he sang this song, and there was a Chassid Chabad the song, heard the song, and he told it to the third Rebbe of Chabad, the Tzemach Tzedek, and he said, this is a song which is also relevant to the Jewish soul. The Jewish soul is also in exile, and in the beginning, it has yearning to go out. You'll hear in the beginning of the song there's yearning. And the middle of the song is yush, giving up. It's just impossible. The song goes down. Low. And finally, the last three notes of the song are hope. Our hope. So it goes like this. Here's another song by the Alter Rebbe. The Alter Rebbe wrote. Kol dodi dodi dofek dodi dofek pishireh. Kol dodi dodi dofek dodi dofek pishireh. Pishireh achoy zivayosef yonos itamosi. Pishireh achoy zivayosef yonos itamosi. Ay 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 What do the words mean? This is King Solomon saying that the sound of my beloved is knocking, knocking. The beloved is God, and God is knocking at our soul. Open up, my sister, Achoti, Rayoti, my beloved, my Dov, my twin. Open up. So it is God knocks on our souls, and when we're alone, when we're not expecting it, and says, open up, I still love you, no matter what you did, you're my beloved. Please.
My name is Mawar, by the way. Nice to meet you, Mawar. Many of you guys are seeing for the first time, so I think it's very beautiful that you guys support me. Woo! I love the area. Yeah, many of the first years is always like with enthusiasm. You gotta keep pushing and supporting the Chabad House and the Rabbi. He does a lot for the students, the community, for the school, many functions throughout the year. It's food distribution, Shabbat dinners, so it's important to be part of the groups, whether you belong to the go on the group to get updates, tell your friends. Your presence means a lot. It's beautiful. So it goes a long way. Let's just keep supporting it. And thank you guys for being here. Let's share luck in your lives.
Our Chassid was in Miami for a long time, and now we come back. He have a dream. He suffered from bad childhood. People don't believe on him.
Prosperous home, like.
Yes, but he said, I'm gonna do the degree in my life. I'm gonna do the A, and never give up. I don't care about my age. I don't think about the society think about me, and I'm gonna make it. And he signed to live for the IDC. It was IDC, and they tell me he was signing. And here's a luck, because sometimes in Arabic there is a big sentence. Take it to your life. I also have a. I also was graduated as a BA in business and L'chaim, and I was a small business of consulting and advertising and things like that. So there was one sentence that I learned is very supporting all my life. Is that in Arabic there's a sentence that's kum bracha bracha. By you do your things, you get your bless. By you move. In Arabic, the word move and bracha and bless, move and bless the same word. Sometimes you can dream, you want to do change. I want to tomorrow go to sign to the gym. I want to sign to do yoga. I don't care. Why don't you talk about it, dream about it? Just do it, like the Nike advertise. Just do it and get it. God will support you. And Mao signed. It was a fight from the BA. And here's the luck. He was the one person in the world that ever luck that the COVID crisis arrived. So you get here because he's a smart person. I know him personally. I started with his daughter sometimes. And Mao is smart, but he's afraid to do tests. He's not a problem with the learning. He's afraid to test himself, okay? So you have a luck because the COVID gave him the opportunity to do the test, the exams, the finals, as homeworks. So then he succeeded. And after 2 years that he succeeded by doing this, he have a power and ambitions to do it like normally. And Bezrat Hashem in the third year, and he finished his diploma, and we all of us can learn from him that never give up, is never slave, never play to do your dreams, to do your ambitions, your targets, and there's also spirituality. If you want to be more spirituality is never give up. Every time you can do tshuva. God don't judge us by the things that we do. He judges what we do now. Now we have free choice. In the past we have no free choice. On the past is hashgacha pratit. On the future is a of shit. Free will. The past, sometimes people live 40, 50 years with no choices because God planned all the things to do in their life that beat for the moment that now we have free choice. And the free choice is now. Our free choice is to be better. L'chaim.
You're out of
Tobia. Done it Babos. Now, but
Let's see, okay. I'll sing a song of my song,
Yeah, you can't get away
and
with
then
it.
we'll sing the Dolly Bubbles.
I heard all bubbles is good.
Rabbi, this is Tobia Bולטון. The first event of IDC was 5 years ago. I also had a dream to become Shaliach of Chabad.
Yes.
And I met God says, I do the process, the bless, the program, the progress, and God said bless. And Tobia Bולטון was here for the first time, the first event of IDC 5 years ago, and was a few. So now, we become more, it's mean that you get developed every time. This is what's important in our life. You get developed. The results is important to develop the program, the delta.
Let me sing you a little song. It's got a few words from the holy
That was his way of calling us in.
100%. 100%.
Bim era.
100%, Jonah.
Bim era means quickly. Start again. Let me sing you a little song. It's got a few words from the holy tongue. Like bim, hey, ra. You can sing it wherever you go. Guaranteed to make you happy. Should I wait until everybody listens, or not just keep singing myself, enjoy myself? Yeah. Oh, you're listening. Good. We got one person listening. That's good enough. Then you can sing it wherever you go. And guaranteed to make you happy every time you're feeling love. Hey, you know that people are basically good. All that they are missing is a little bit of brotherhood to respect one another. So I want to build a central place where every single person in the human race can see that we are really brothers. What do I want to do? I'm going to build a bit to make a dash. Build a bit to make a dash. Yes, I will, yes, I will. In Yerushalayim, God's holy city, we will build a bit to make a dash. Build a bit to make a dash. All God's children together. Be made up. Lock up. Trick. We're gonna build this Mokdש brick by brick, and every brick will be made of love. That's one thing that we've got plenty of. Do not worry, it's almost done. Won't you come and join? It will be a lot of fun. Yeah, it will be a great success. It's just missing a little bit of happiness, so we forgot to build a bit to make it happen. Build a bit to make a dash. Yes, we will, yes, we will. In Yerushalayim, everyone together, we will build a bit to make a dash. Build a bit to make a dash. All God's children together. Yeah, it will really be Sababa. Much, much better than Olam Haba. Yeah, the whole world will be the Seder. Can there be anything greater than to rejoice with our Creator? Everyone together we will build a bit to make it happen. Build a bit to make it happen. We're gonna build it, yes, we're gonna build it, build it, build it, yes, we're gonna build it, 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 build it. Okay, rabbis and Rebbitzins, l'chaim.
On Friday night, yes. Okay.
Are you learning Chassidut?
Yes.
You learn the Tanya?
Yes.
Yes. But we pop over to my room once in a while.
Every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
What?
Rereading
We're a
GPS
study group.
for
We
soul.
study
I go
group.
there every week.
I like Utah.
Weekly Chassidus.
I do
in
free
our-
house every day and I'm rereading
Wow.
GPS for the soul.
Yeah.
know,
I have the Hayam Yam in my room.
Today was the
Me and
first day that
Ariana
I
have
met
been
you.
reviewing
Yeah.
Shari
Yeah.
Bemula.
Yeah.
2 years on there.
All right, so I'll tell you a joke that maybe this joke is
We
relevant.
review Shari Bemula.
Very good, wonderful.
Yeah. Noch Mezainis for chakras.
So I'll tell you a joke that maybe this joke is relevant to us. Maybe not. This is a joke. A person goes into the doctor, and he's got a hot dog sticking in one of his nostrils, and he has a pickle in his other nostril, and he has a banana in his ear, and he has a potato chip in his other ear. And he says, "Doctor, I don't feel good." And the doctor says, "You're not eating properly."
Nice.
Funny.
Some people, okay, what's the point of the joke? It's a stupid joke because obviously a person is supposed to eat from his mouth, but he's not eating. It's the same thing with Hasidus. When you learn Hasidus, so you can put it into your head, you can put it into your mouth, you can put it, but you're supposed to put the ideas of Hasidus into your heart. And it's supposed to be something that you really feel that this is talking about me, and what it says in the beginning, be a tzaddik, that's me, I have to be a tzaddik. And what is a tzaddik? A tzaddik is a person that feels the truth.
It's about being a
There's
tzaddik.
Mashiach and there's a
Talks
first
about
of
the difference
Mashiach.
between
The Tanya doesn't. The Tanya explains what is a tzaddik in the 10th chapter, but it explains also clearly that you're not going to be able to make it. And that's what man is. And what are you supposed to do if you don't make being a tzaddik? You should feel tremendously broken. You should feel tremendously bad. You should feel tremendously, how do you say, empty, but you have to be tremendously happy. Why should you be happy? Because you're trying. You're trying. And it could be that if you reach this level of trying, that you're better than a tzaddik. Even higher than a tzaddik. Because that's a big novelty. The soul as it is in heaven, it's like a big tzaddik. When it comes into the world, so it's what's called mayim rabim. It pushes through the earth, and that's even more, it's mayim chayim. Mayim chayim pushes up through it.
Yes.
Okay, but when we realize that what is this water it has to push through, it's me. It's my own certainties and my own feelings and my way, how I react to the world.
No.
No, it's something else.
How I react to the world, things that make me angry, things that make me depressed, things that make me confused, all these things are really, you have to learn from them in order to connect yourself to God. Because what is God? God is alive, so everything is always moving. Before I came to Israel, I learned at this Bal Yeshuv Yeshiva in America, and one of my teachers, his name was Rabbi
Where?
Hadar HaTorah. It was called Hadar HaTorah. This is talking about 45 years ago. So I came here, and my teacher told me, I said, give me some advice. I'm going to be going to Israel. There's going to be a lot of things happening. He says, I'll give you some advice. He said, experience is holy. Experience is holy. Right? Don't go through life like a picture. You know, this is what I want to be like. You learn from experience. You have to, how do you say, flow. You have to flow with life. You have to move with life. You have to be alive. That's what makes you happy. You have to be happy because you know that you're trying. You're trying whatever God wants. Is trying. And maybe you don't make it. Maybe it's impossible. But at least you're trying. That's a big novelty because the angels don't try. Yes.
I learned something ages ago when I was in seminary. The Rebbitzin did like a Thursday nights. We did like a festival and the whole thing. And he told us something really beautiful about Judaism and the whole concept of Judaism and how it's essentially.
So you're talking too loud and I can't rabbi. I can't hear what the lady is saying. Yes.
So I learned something really beautiful from a Rebbitzin I had in seminary about how essentially Judaism is like the Lego of religions. How we have all these different blocks, all these different colors, all these different types, and we can build this beautiful structure. But without that basic structure of Amunah, of that like genuine faith in Hashem and what we're doing and abiding by His mitzvahs, we can't add on all the extra things. We can't take in what Rashi's saying. We can't take in what all these other people are saying. We have to do what's going on the base level. We have to have that basic sense of Amunah, that basic bitachon, and from there we go on.
That's why it says, very interesting thing. It says, in the Gemara and Shabbos, it tells the whole thing about Chanukah. All of a sudden, in the middle, it talks about Chanukah. Suddenly, in the middle of this whole thing about Chanukah, about the Greeks and what the Greeks did, and the Greeks wanted to make them forget your Torah and this. All of a sudden, it throws in this thing, and it says, Habor Reik Ein Bo Mayim. Just pulls the sentence in from nowhere. A sentence by when Joseph's brothers, this week's Torah portion, his brothers threw him in. Habor Reik Ein Bo Mayim. They threw him into a pit. It was empty, and there wasn't any water. It was empty, so there's nothing in it. There was also no gold, there's no silver. What do you have to say? It says there wasn't any water, but there was snakes and scorpions. It says, of all the things, because there wasn't any water, therefore there's snakes and scorpions. What do you want to say? There's snakes and scorpions. Say there was no water, there was sand. Something. Just because there's no water, every place where there's no water, there's snakes and scorpions. There's no water except for Torah. And if the person doesn't have any Torah, so automatically it has snakes and scorpions. Okay, so this question, what is it doing in the middle of this thing about Hanukkah? What's it got to do with Hanukkah?
Is the Shabbos automatically in danger if he falls into that kind of a pit?
So the answer is, why is the Torah like water? Because water always flows down to the lowest place. When a person learns Torah, he has to realize that he's the lowest possible. Nafshi ka'afar l'chol tiyeh, petach libi b'toratecha. If you make yourself, you feel lucky that you're alive. You feel lucky that you have eyes, you have ears, you have nose, you have a mind, you can understand. You're lucky, even more lucky that you're a Jew. Incredible. If you always feel how happy I am that you gave us the Torah, that I can sit and learn the Torah. It's a miracle that I believe in God. It's such an incredibly difficult thing that you really believe in God. There's all the nations of the world, and they all got it wrong. It says that Mashiach is going to come. There's a sentence the Rambam brings. You'll see that Sheker Nachalo Boteim, so that all the religions in the world are wrong. They all got the wrong idea what God is. All of them. How amazing it is that we believe in God and the God of Israel. It's amazing. So you have to feel very humble and very low, like water. And that's why it appears in the thing about Hanukkah, because what did the Greeks want to do? The Greeks said, they wanted the Jews to learn Torah. The Greeks did not destroy the temple. The Greeks did not spill out the oil. The Greeks did not wreck up the menorah. They left the menorah, all the oil was there. What did they do? They just defiled the oil. How did they do?
On the Mishkan. They brought a chazer into the Mishkan.
That doesn't destroy it. You can make it. What's the big deal?
But it's straight now.
It's okay. It was shut.
1 minute.
Totally. What do you mean?
Who said that trade? Who said that there's such a thing as trade? Who said? Right? It's only because God said.
I'm Rebbe.
There's a law. Let me explain something. There's a law that says, I'll explain this law to you. It says, Tuma Hutra B'tzibur. If the majority of the Jewish people are impure, then they're allowed to go to the holy temple and make sacrifices. They're allowed to.
Right, but there are specific halachas dictating what those sacrifices are allowed to be, what those korbanos are allowed to be.
Oil is one of them.
Where does it say that you're allowed to bring a chazer and shech?
A goy, of course he can't. A goy can't even go into the place where it is.
Exactly. So
but it does not say that if a goy makes sacrifices a pig on the altar, then no one can make any more offerings. Why? Because tuma hutra b'tzibur. If everything becomes impure and it's impossible for the whole congregation to do it, so therefore the congregation can go. Same thing with the oil, because all the oil was impure. All the oil was there. Because all the oil is impure, so according to the Torah, you're allowed to use that oil because there's none other.
So you're arguing that they could follow what could technically be perceived as Torah, but not the Torah that we were given?
No.
I say
that is the Torah. No, that is the Torah, not what's perceived. That is the Torah. It is a Torah law, 100%, the will of God. You're allowed to use that oil. But they didn't want to use these.
But they can't use that oil if the seal was broken.
They surely can. I'm saying, if all of the oil was impure, even more, if the majority of the oil was pure, that was impure, then they can use it. It's permissible. In this case,
does it say that it's permissible? What's
Tuma Hutra B'tzibur. All right, let me start the law from the beginning.
I've never heard of this.
All right. Okay, I'll tell you.
I've never heard of this before.
So I'll tell you the law. Listen, I'm not trying to make you not religious. Listen to the law to trip you up.
No, not at all. I've never heard of this before.
All right, so now I'll tell you. There's a law in Judaism called Pesach Sheni. There's a law in this. It's very good. There's a law in Torah which is called Pesach Sheni. Pesach Sheni says that if a person is impure on the first Pesach, so he can make the second Pesach. He can go to the temple, second temple, and he brings a korban Pesach exactly like the first. When is that? That's only if one person is impure or the minority of the Jewish people are impure. But if the majority of the Jewish people are impure, then they can all come to the Holy Temple on the first Passover. They don't make the second Passover. They come impure. They're impure, they're defiled, but they're allowed to make it. Why? Because Tuma, impurity, Hutra, has become permissible, but Tzibur, if the congregation, the majority of the congregation is, then it takes away the law. Some people say it's not Hutra, it's just Dechuya. The law is just pushed away. So in this case, we have all of the oil was impure, because all the impure, so they had no choice. So they could have used that oil to burn in the Beit HaMikdash.
So what, they were just trying to be more machmir?
Right, exactly right, exactly right. And that is why, listen, and that is why there is only one commandment in all of Judaism.
This is your idea.
Listen, rabbis, listen. What's his name?
Listen. So
Mendel, Menachem Mendel, listen. There is only one law, there's only one law in Judaism, that there is the idea of Mahadrin, Mina Mahadrin. There's only one law. All the others, there's such a thing as Mahadrin. You can be special on yourself. But Mahadrin, Mina Mahadrin, there's only one law that's Mahadrin, Mina Mahadrin, and that is Nerot Chanukah. Why? Because the main law of Nerot Chanukah is every night all you have to light is one candle. That's all. One candle is enough. That's the law. Ner Ishu Beito. There's some people that are the Mahadrin. What do? They say every person in the household, every male lights one candle. One candle.
How is that different from Hadar Mitzvah?
That's Hitter Mitzvah.
How is that different? And then the other.
Oh, 1 second. Because everything has Hitter Mitzvah, but the only mitzvah where there's Hitter of Hitter is Chanukah. The main mitzvah in Chanukah is light one candle every night. The 8th night, you light one candle. Though people are the Hitter Mitzvah.
It's like getting the better heads awesome.
Right, that's right. Hitter, they make a Hitter Mitzvah. Everyone in the house lights one candle.
Like olive, what's it called? Shmur matzah.
Everything, right. But then there is what's called Mahadrin Mina Mahadrin. There's no Mahadrin Mina Mahadrin of Shmur Matzah. There's no such thing. There's no Mahadrin Mina Mahadrin in Lulav Esrog. Huh? There is no law like that. There is only Mahadrin. Okay. Every Jew in the world that does Nerot Chanukah, Mendel, every Jew in the world that does Nerot Chanukah, they all do Mahadrin Mina Mahadrin. No one does the main basic law, just one candle every night, which is good. You can do it, right? But they say no Jew does it. Even the Jews don't even know what they're doing, but they light Mahadrin Mina Mahadrin. So the Rebbe explains why. He says there's 3 ways to do a commandment. You can do a commandment normal, regular. Then you can do a commandment, which is Mahadr, you're willing to give money. And then there's what's called Mesiras Nefesh, where you're willing to even die. These Jewish people, what did they do? In order to, so much was their desire to refuse to use this impure oil, even though it was permissible, they actually risked their life. Rashi says, how many Chashmonim, how many Maccabees were there?
Chana. It's just a Chana.
What's that? I don't understand.
It's the Chana. With the story of Yehudas. Same thing.
Yeah.
Right, what?
Oh, this was a
Yehudas risked their life for all of the
Mesiras Nefesh for all of the
Right.
Jews.
We're back at
Jews, 1 second, Jews, they risked their lives, sure, for the Jews, to save the Jews, but here they risked their lives just for pure oil. It wasn't, they didn't have to use the pure oil. They didn't want to risk their life stabbing all these Greeks for the sake of just pure oil. They had a lot of oil, and it was permissible to use. But they said no. What do the Greeks want to do? The Greeks want that we should forget about God, that we should forget about being crazy for God. To think about God, what I receive from God, that's all the religions of the world. All the religions of the world of what I'm going to get. Judaism says what I can give to Hashem. So therefore the Jews said, listen, I want to give the utmost to God. The Greeks want that I should think about myself. Thinking about myself is the easy way out. Use impure oil. The Greeks intentionally made the oil impure. The easy way for the Greeks was just to knock it all over. But what did they do? That's right. But they touched all the oil and made it impure. Right? Because they wanted the Jews also to take the easy way out and not to risk their lives or their comfort zone or whatever. And all the Jews agreed. All the Jews said, let's do the easy way, no problem. There were 13 Jews, that's what Rashi says. 13 Jews, that was the Maccabees. There were only 13. And they said, we're going to make this battle with the Greeks. Why? Because the Greeks want us to use impure oil. They want us to live impure lives.
Right.
We'll have normal lives, we'll have everything, but it won't be pure. We won't have tiyat tzaddik.
Right, they'll be normal by societal standards, but not by the standards that we abide by.
Right, or religious standards.
Right.
Normal religious standards, right? Okay.
I mean, technically there would be religious standards because the Greeks were inherently Christians, if I understand the history.
No, the Greeks were way before that.
No.
The Greeks, that was in the middle of the Second Temple. Christianity was the end of the Second Temple. But they had their religions. They had Mount Olympus. The Rebbe said...
Right, they had their gods, their
yeah, sure.
So.
Interesting enough, the Rebbe said that Chabad should not go to do Muzai in the Olympics. Because the Olympics came from Mount Olympus, and it was serving their gods. The Greeks worshipped the god of pleasure, of physicality, of beauty. They had all these different gods, Venus and Mars and all these other things.
Is
I think
that
Mars
the
is
same
Roman.
kind of situation as like the Lubavitcher Rebbe apparently said that like women shouldn't go to college, or is that like
The Lubavitcher Rebbe said. The Lubavitcher Rebbe said that no one should go to college.
Even though he was an engineer.
1 minute.
One minute was college.
So was the Rebbe
This is the Rebbe.
Become an engineer.
1 minute.
I told it to my principal.
Oh yeah, what was she?
I told it to
Oh yeah, what was she?
I
Not
told
an
it
engineer.
to my principal that I grabbed Chabad. I told that to my principal that I'm going to go to college. And she goes...
So he said
I'm getting feisty.
that basically no one should go to college unless they have a definite goal that they want to learn something in college they can't acquire anywhere else.
right?
So if you're going into college to learn how to be a teacher, to learn how to be a doctor, to be a lawyer, to learn how to be a technician or whatever, then that's okay. But in college, I was in college, and you were in college also. I think now it's worse than it used to be. I learned at the University of Michigan. That was like a big leftist super center. It's nothing like what it was then. I remember I used to go, I went to meetings of the SDS. You remember SDS? They still is SDS?
Sometimes,
Student Democratic Society.
Yeah.
I went to meetings, it was almost all Jews, and they talked about going to Israel and putting bombs in the marketplaces because the Jews the BDS like today. Because the Jews are oppressing the Palestinians and we have this. I couldn't believe these people. I was not religious and I wasn't, I didn't know anything about Judaism. University of Michigan. University of Michigan, very leftist super thing. In university, there's an atmosphere that God doesn't exist, that you do whatever you want to. You just don't know what you want to do. So you figure it out what you want to do little by little. But like now people are making sex changes. I don't know maybe I want to be a man, maybe I want to be a woman, maybe I want to be an animal, maybe I want this. Let's try. Let's try. Because people don't know what they're supposed to do, and they don't know what they have to do, and they don't even know what they want to do. People don't know what's going on. That's a famous saying of Professor Viktor Frankl. Who took my vodka, please? Who was the person who did this thing to me?
I never believe that all those matches are gonna finish.
Okay.
So this is amazing.
So I would like to sing.
The is gonna end it.
I want to sing what I think is a very beautiful song.
Rabbi Tovia, I want to finish.
That's it?
No, 5 minutes, something like that.
5 minutes. Okay, so I'll sing one.
I want to say small announcements, and then I give it back to you.
Okay, go on.
So first of all, two things, two advertisements I used to do. As I told before, I was advertised a franchise of advertising program before I come back and make my tshuva. So first thing, this event is the last opportunity to join our $500 scholarships. We'll meet every Thursday, 7 p.m. until 8:30. That's it. You can go to Tel Aviv, go to your family. Something is good. Learning Torah, but special program that we build it especially for students, like subjects like relationships and love and challenges and money. Special for you. The people really enjoy it. Good food, good conference, good friends. So just this, if you come here tonight, I sign you as appointment, that you arrive to one of the programs, one of the days of the program. Just need to be 17 until the end of the year, and you get $500 for 1 hour. That's it. it's more than to walk on the bar, on everything. So just if you want to come, every Thursday, just come next. I don't know Hanukkah, but after Hanukkah, just enjoy. We don't do on the finals. The finals, we don't do programs. Everything is good. And this is the first advertisement. The second advertisement is that next Tuesday.
Announcement.
Next announcement or advertisement, because an advertiser, like you know that is Rabbi Bולטon's wife, she one of the biggest advertise company in Israel.
Biggest.
Religious company. She was very admired. Nuva, and Strauss, all the biggest companies in Israel advertise in their agency. Why his wife? If you like, I bring it. She knows to speak English, yes? No? She will try. If you want,
Try her hardest.
I will happily translate.
I will also happily translate.
if you want to bring it to you,
We will happily
I
translate.
can call her to bring it to come here to do a special show for you.
Are you sure she doesn't speak English?
She's
She
fine.
had a whole speech in Florida last week.
She did to the Israelis.
Oh, that's
Oh.
why it was the Israeli.
Okay, we find another speaker
I will
for
also
you.
translate.
Okay.
Necessary.
Yeah, we both can translate.
Okay. And if you want another, to sign another day on the program of the scholarship, next Tuesday, Baruch Hashem, Be'ezrat Hashem, I'm going to celebrate my 40th birthday. I'm going to yes. I changed the first number of my age. I become 40.
When's the?
It's a Saturday in North Africa.
Which day? Which day?
Next Tuesday, next Shlishi of Hanukkah, I'm going to be a big dish
I need one.
with more than
What's
one
a tish?
dish for
For
bringing.
bringing.
For the I became a leader. You see what's happening?
Something's like
More than
What's
with the biggest band of Israel that do music on sound on the now come gonna come all the performances of Sama gonna come. Gonna be quite good food, good alcohol, more than 20,000 shekels are invested in this moment. Next Tuesday, sign it on the best family. All of the guys are gonna come. A lot of students find this.
By the way, I will say all of the flyers and things like that, they aren't being put in the dorm.
Right, we don't know
Like
that.
we didn't know that this
So,
existed until we saw you.
Also,
Like, people start sending
Also, like,
it.
we're the
Please
free
send it to us.
ICC.
We really are. Please send it to us and we will send it to more
So,
of the
as
students.
Mo said, join the group of God. Just join the group. You know somebody of those friends, all of those in my group.
I listen to this until
I'll
I
send you a message right now.
I will. Yes. So next Tuesday, big team, big program, big music band, big food, big catering, big menorah lightning, the third candle of menorah, my 40th. Gonna be also another scholarship program for you. It's more than 100 shekels.
Are you doing something for
So
your
next
future?
Tuesday, as enjoy, we are real for you, and that's it. Now, done it, Bubbles. If you send singles in 10 minutes, say something you want, just finish with that. If somebody want to say something now is the right. That's it. But I want to end it because I want to have place for more. If you'd like, I'll bring Tobia every month. If you'd like. Tobia, Tobia, החלטה טובה. If you'd like, every month, every new, you come into the IBC.
תזמין אותי, אני אבוא.
Okay?
It's a free, you said people.
All right, Rabbi, listen. First of all, I want to sing hello.
This is amazing what's happening.
I would like to sing shalom.
On Sunday.
Oh,
On 9
Fine,
o'clock.
Chaim.
Maybe we'll go.
maybe.
First of all,
No, dat was is fijn. Zeg je
ja, 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 ja. Hey, ja, 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 ja. Amen. חג שמח לכולם, חג שמח.
My father sends regards. You know, Yaakov, he's a fine. That's my father. Yeah, he sends regards.
Thank you.
You got it, right? You know my father?
Sure.